Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and we've broken out the old EVO 4G. It's been a long time since I've had this phone out in front of you guys, but we have good reason for it today. If you haven't heard by now, a Gingerbread ROM has leaked out on that 911 sniper blog that gets a whole lot of ROMs from, well, we don't ask where they come from. So, the boys and girls at XDA have zipped it up, and so it's flashable now. Thank you very much, T. Martin, for that. And for that, I raise a glass to you, sir. Very nicely done. So here is Gingerbread, and lo and behold, it looks a hell of a lot like, Froyo and Sense on the EVO. It's still, let's look at the version we're talking about here. About phone and software information. So Android 2.3.3, this is an early build probably. I wouldn't expect this to be official at this point. There's T. Martin again, thank you for doing that. So this is the same Sense version that we've always had. We're not getting bumped up yet, and don't be overly surprised at that. As Sense has grown and grown, so have the file sizes, and frankly, older phones won't, I don't want to say all, but when you get into the original Sense phones, like, they can't handle the size of the new Sense. There's just not enough space on the phones. This ROM that leaked out was what, like 200 megs, and it gets bigger and bigger. The Sense 3.0 is just huge, right? So, Gingerbread looks and feels a lot like it has on the EVO in the past with Froyo, and even before Froyo, right? Even with Eclair. Not a lot to say. Same home screens, same pinch to leap, same old apps we've got on here. Really no surprises. See, I mean, this is fairly official. You can see it's got the Nova stub app on there and Sprint Football and all that stuff. So this is, it's definitely making the rounds. Now, one thing I want to do, since we have it here, where did I put it? Quadrant. Let's run some benchmarking, shall we? And see how fast this is. I wouldn't expect this to be overly different than anything we've already run. I mean, yeah, Gingerbread's a little faster, but it's not like the leap you were going to get from Eclair to Froyo, right? When you get the JIT going and all that stuff. But that said, it looks fine. It's nice to see Sprint and HTC not leaving the EVO 4G out to rot. Even though we have the EVO 3D coming, the 4G is still a hell of a phone. Absolutely. So as we go through this, I'm supposed to see something there, aren't I? That looks a little interesting. Supposed to see something there. Again, not an official ROM, not an official release, so bugs are not surprising. Hey, there we go. Get a little graphics going. And again, quadrant, hit and miss, right? Kind of depends on what people think. My device, 1129, Droid X right above it, Nexus 1 up there, yeah, Nexus 1 with 2.2 up top. So that gives you a feel for what we're looking at. What else? Let's see. Dive back in the settings here. We do have, where did I see it? No, that's not where I saw it. Fast boot. So we do have the new, they call it fast boot. It's really just kind of a hibernation thing. So we've seen this before. We first saw this, what, almost a year ago maybe? With the, no, it wasn't that long. With the Desire S and that line of phones. So if you have that turned on and you power off, you're not really powering off, you're putting it in a hibernation mode. And you turn it back on, and it will boot up ever so quickly. Hey, look at that, we're already here. So that's not like doing a full boot, right? You're coming out of hibernation, nicely done. Good to see that added. I know it messes with some apps, but for those of you who like it, cool. I don't turn my phone off that often, so not a big deal for me. So that's it. Really, don't know how much to tell you. Obviously, we've had some apps added, it looks like. And I have a feeling, oh, actually, I know what's going on, because I've signed in with my account now. It's reloading apps, probably. Thanks, HTC, Sense, and Google for doing that, but, whatever. So there you go, guys. A very quick look at that leaked Gingerbread ROM for the EVO 4G. If you see anything else that I've missed, and I'm sure I have, definitely yell at me in the comments. So see you guys later.